We are back with you now on Wave Listens Live. Exum Group joining us here in studio for our next segment. There's two people you will recognize right off the bat. Jackie Exum, of course, Senior Real Estate Specialist for Exum Group. Keller Williams, Louisville East. You know Roxana Edwards on the end, who's a realtor with Exum Group. And then here in the middle, we have a special guest today, Elizabeth Petty, the Community Services Representative at the Villages at Historic Silvercrest Trilogy. So all three of you, welcome to Listens. And Elizabeth, welcome for your first time here on the program. Before we get into why you're here today, Jackie, it's always good to do kind of a refresher for our viewers about why you guys are special, your real estate team, kind of different than maybe what people have encountered in the past.
Yeah, we are a little bit different. So we're a real estate team at Keller Williams, and we are well known for our senior transitions specialty. So we help a lot of families that are going through the downsizing process. Perhaps they're moving to senior living. Sometimes it's just a simple downsize like a patio home or condo or something with less maintenance, but also moves to nursing homes, estate sales, things like that. So we like to help all buyers and sellers with any real estate need, but we are very well known for that particular niche.
Which is kind of a perfect transition, Roxana, to why we have our special guest with us today.
Yes, Elizabeth is here to talk to us a little bit. She is with the Villas at Historic Silvercrest, so she is very versed in the senior transition, and they are one of our trusted partners in the senior community.
So Elizabeth, as someone who is an expert in this space, what should we be looking for in our seniors that maybe it's time to make this transition?
Absolutely. So it's always a tough time to decide if this is the right time or when it really is. But some of the things to look for is certainly, do you feel safe in your home if you're looking for yourself or for a loved one? You know, are you able to go to sleep at night with that peace of mind that your loved one is safe? But then something that also maybe you don't really think about is the social interaction. So maybe you notice someone that was normally, again, very social, they're starting to have behaviors of being withdrawn, things like that. I mean, we have all those things in our senior communities to keep your loved ones active and busy and keep those social interactions up.
Let's talk options and levels of care, because that's where we kind of get in when families say, I don't know how to choose the right one for me. That's an area where we're able to help.
Absolutely, and there are so many. There are so many places and so many levels of care. So my biggest thing is take tours. You know, get a list of places that you're interested in and pop in, visit those places, ask questions, know what's important to you and your loved one, and then know what's important to those communities. That's what's going to really determine what's the best fit for you.
When we talk about Trilogy specifically and the community there, let's talk about the Villages at Historic Silvercrest, kind of what sets it apart. And if people are watching the segment today and thinking, I need to call Jackie and Roxana and the team because this sounds perfect, what sets it apart from some of the other places in town?
We offer the continuum of care at Silvercrest, the full continuum. We're one of the only places in Southern Indiana that does. So that means we have independent living villas, assisted living apartments, long-term nursing care, and then short-term rehab. So our goal is to let you or your loved one age in place as long as you can.
And I'm going to hop in real quick because I want to say something about that. What we love about that whole continuum of care is that as someone continues to age and as their health needs change, what that means when they're all there on the same campus is that they get to stay at the same campus, and you don't have to move your spouse or mom or dad to the next community down the road, and then to another one, and then to a nursing home. You know, you get to keep them under the same roof, if you will, which is so outstanding, because those transitions are really hard, especially as the health needs increase.
I was going to say, as somebody who's done this as many times as you have, why is that such a benefit? Because I imagine the initial transition, the first time that a senior is moving from maybe a home that they've called home for 50 years, it's a big, that's why your team is so needed in this space. And so to only have to do that once, for clients that you've had that have had to do it multiple times, because maybe they weren't at a area like this, how different is it?
Yeah, it makes a tremendous impact. And we see, I would say, the standard period of adjustment when somebody moves into a new senior living community, new to them, is about 3 months. Do you think that's fair? It's about a 3-month period of time where you know, there's a lot of change, and it takes a while for it to feel like home. About 3 months is what I would expect. So you've got 3 months there, and then if 2 years you've got to move again, and that's just hard.
That's a lot.
It's really hard. And then the other beautiful thing about the continuum of care is if you have a spouse, you and your spouse are on 2 different sort of need levels, then you can maybe still go to the same community where both spouses can have their needs met if one needs more than another.
And maybe it's a quick walk down the hall to get to
Right.
one room or the other instead of
Right.
having to go across town.
Right. Nobody wants to separate a husband and wife who've been married for 60 years.
Yep, it's great that these options are here. This is why you partner with so many different organizations, and Trilogy being one of the fantastic ones. Let's talk, because you mentioned on the onset that it's not just senior transitions. You guys are able to help in all kinds of different real estate needs, and we always like to take a look at the market, kind of where we're sitting right now. We're coming out of Derby. Everybody's back to normal life now.
Yes,
So
yeah.
what's the latest?
So this market is really, really interesting. I would say the thing about the housing market that is very unique is that oftentimes with the housing market, we see that it's either a seller's market or a buyer's market. This one is so unique because it's really a market where both buyers and sellers can win. From the seller standpoint, we're really short still of housing inventory. There are more buyers than there are homes for sale, which is a tremendous benefit when you've got a home to sell. So we're seeing that sellers are getting great price points for their homes. We are also seeing a market where some price drops are happening. Buyers are actually negotiating. Sometimes they're getting some closing cost credits and home warranties and things like that that went out the window during the COVID craziness.
Right.
So it's actually really interesting and very unique and a great time for buyers and sellers.
Maybe a good time to make a phone call to the folks here sitting off to my left. Okay, speaking of that, we got about a minute or so left. I want to make sure we get in all the contact details for everybody. So, Elizabeth, let's start with you. If anybody was watching today and they think that continuum of care is exactly what I've been looking for, best ways to get in touch.
Absolutely. So you can reach me. I'm at the Villages at Historic Silvercrest. Our phone number is 812-542-6720. And you can ask for me or anyone on the admissions team.
Okay, and then Jackie and Roxana, it's a buyer's market, it's a seller's market. We need all the help. What's the best place to get in touch?
You can give us a ring, 502-225-3303, and someone from our team would be happy to talk with you about any of your needs.
We got a couple seconds left, so I'll put Roxanne on the spot. Any big events? You always bring good events. There's always something happening.
You know what? I don't know that we have.
Are you tired from Derby? Okay.
Get something on the calendar.
Derby to Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah.
So maybe just a little.
A break? Is that needed?
Just a little breather so we can plan some of those.
That's fair. Okay, next time you guys are here, we'll have another great event.
right.
Well, it's always great to see you, and thanks for bringing Elizabeth today as well.
Thank you for
See you
having
guys
me.
soon, I'm sure. All right, stay with us here on Wave Listens Live. One more great segment to go. Zero Res back with another great carpet cleaning special after this short break.